So I believe this set is still within grasp, but you gotta get it now because these prices are, like every other vintage holographic card here, is skyrocketing. You need to pick these up now while you still can. All right, I'm gonna put on the screen right now, if we add up each of these PSA 10 holographics, how much would it cost to get a PSA 10 complete base set unlimited holographic set? And it's very exciting to see this hobby taking off the way it has. What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon here. Isn't that crazy that just back in May, we had the base set, complete holographic PSA 10s that didn't even break the 5-figure mark? Well, today we're going to figure out exactly how much each holographic is worth in both PSA 9 and PSA 10 forms, and we're going to tally up the total of what the set is worth as a complete PSA 10 set. Before I get started, please like the video and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate your support. Let's hop to it right now. Alright, so let's get started with our number 1 holographic in base set, and that is Alakazam. We recently had a PSA 9 copy of Alakazam go for $374.99 as a PSA 9. Now the PSA 10 copy just went this week for $782. Now this is one of my favorite base set cards of all time. Population of PSA 10 Alakazam is 334 copies. So this is actually the lower end of the prices that we will see, but I think Alakazam is soon to catch up because it is a favorite for a lot of collectors. Alright, so that was Alakazam. Up next we have the big hitter in Blastoise. Blastoise just recently had a PSA 9 example go for $2,075. And guess what? A PSA 10 copy sold for $5,000. It makes perfect sense when you think about where Charizard's at right now. As far as the value, Blastoise is catching up. Blastoise is a PSA 10 population of 306, so it is a bit lower than that of the likes of Charizard and a few others. But yeah, that is our second heaviest hitter of this set in Blastoise. Up next we have Chansey. I need this card in the PSA 10. They just never come through. This card and another card we'll get to here, they just never come through in auction. But yeah, so a Chansey holographic graded PSA 9 goes for $294 roughly, while the PSA 10 copy goes for a whopping $2,400. You might be asking yourself, if you're new to the hobby, why is a Chansey going for this much? You know, that's awful lot for a Chansey. Well, Chansey is the lowest pop holographic in this set with a PSA 10 population of only 132 at this moment. So low pop equals big price tag, I guess. Alright, up next we have the big boy himself, the Charizard. And this puppy is a PSA 9, has been just all over the place, but I broke it down to about, it's been averaging about $5,000 for a PSA 9 example, which is not too shabby. That's what the Blastoise sells in a PSA 10. But the most recent sale that I could find in a PSA 10 version of this card was for $14,162. The population of Charizard's PSA 10 as of right now are 432 copies, and this card alone is worth more than all the cards were back in May. That is just insanity. I love it. The most iconic card of all time is fetching a very iconic price tag here of over $14,000, and you know what? There may have been some that sold for more by now, I don't know. But this is the hot card on the market. Up next, we have the Clefairy holographic, PSA 9, that went for $207. And the PSA 10 examples have gone for $2,200. And once again, you might be thinking, why? It's a Clefairy. Well, Clefairy, just like Chansey, is another low population PSA 10 card with only 139 PSA 10 examples. So this card, along with Chansey, are very hard to grade, which is why they are much pricier in their PSA 10 forms. Alright, up next we have the Gyarados. This is our first theme deck card. This came from the Overgrowth theme deck, so this is a more common card for everybody to have. A PSA 9 copy just recently went for $355, while a PSA 10 copy just went for $680. And this card has a population in the PSA 10s of 375. So Gyarados is up there as far as the population. So Gyarados is the number 6 card in this set, and if you want a PSA 10 copy of it, you're looking around $700 at this particular moment, but these prices are increasing daily. All right. Up next, we have the second theme deck card in Hitmonchan. This card came from the Blackout theme deck. A PSA 9 copy goes for about $212 nowadays, while the PSA 10s go for about $900. And actually, there's one in auction right now as I speak that's over $1,000. But for right now, we're going to go with the $900 price that I found. Hitmonchan has a surprisingly low population of only 171. So this must be another very difficult card to grade, even though it's a theme deck card and was widely available. Clearly, the holofoil liked to be scratched. So up next, this one is kind of an ambiguous card in Machamp because, well, let me get to it here. The PSA 9s in this go for around $300, while the PSA 10 copies can fetch about $1,600 to $2,000. This is once again a theme deck card in the 2-player starter deck. So everybody and their brother had this card. Now the population of Machamps on the PSA's website has it at 340 PSA 10 examples. So this is kind of difficult because they meshed the shadowless variant with the shadowed variant that I have on the screen here and combined their population. So we don't exactly know how many of each are in the population. So PSA just recently started separating the shadowless Machamp from the shadowed Machamp as far as their population report. But there's only a few in the population with their shadowless variants. But yeah, it's all mixed in. It's hard to say exactly how many is in the report as far as PSA 10s. But yeah, between $1,600 to $2,000, and that's nuts because, like I said, this card was so common, and still a couple $1,000s for a PSA 10. We're going to add all these up at the end and see what our grand total is, so stay tuned. You don't want to miss that number. All right, up next we have the Magneton. Not everybody's favorite, but let's see how much it goes for in PSA 9. A PSA 9 Magneton base set goes for about $250, while a PSA 10 can fetch you about $700. The population of Magnetons are about 150 PSA 10 copies, which is not a lot, once again, and I think it's all due to the holofoil. Very easily scratched in this card because it's so light, but very beautiful nonetheless. But yeah, Magneton, you're looking about $700 as a PSA 10. Up next, we had everybody's favorite Mewtwo. PSA 9s in Mewtwo. Now, this is another theme deck card. It comes from the Psych Out theme deck. This card fetches about $445 as a PSA 9. And if you want to get a PSA 10 copy, you're looking at about $1,400. So, yeah, the popularity of this card is very high. There are 397 PSA 10 examples. So once again, this is an example of popularity trumping the population. People want Mewtwo. They love this Pokemon, and they're going to pay a premium for it. Up next, we have Nidoking. PSA 9 go for about $222 from what I found recently. And if you want a PSA 10 copy, you're looking at about $600 for this card. So this is the lower tiered holographic of this set. There are about 283 PSA 10 copies. And yeah, this and the Poliwraths, the Magnetons, they are definitely the lower cost of the base set holos. So let's move on to our last theme deck card in Ninetales. Ninetales come from the Brushfire theme deck. If you want a PSA 9 copy of Ninetales, you're looking at about $274, while the PSA 10 copies fetch about $575. And once again, the population is fairly high at 338 PSA 10 copies, and it is a theme deck card, so it was more widely available. Up next, we have everybody's favorite, Poliwrath. A PSA 9 Poliwrath goes for about $222, while the PSA 10s go for a whopping $550. Poliwrath is a darker holographic, so it is a lot easier to grade than the other holos. The PSA 10 copies in the population report have it at 416 copies. And yeah, Poliwrath is the bottom of the barrel as far as the base set holos. I'm sorry, Poliwrath. Nobody likes you. Up next, we have Raichu. The other PSA 10 copy that I need in this set. I need a Chansey and I need a Raichu. So anybody who's got an extra one of those in PSA 10, hit me up. I might buy it off you. And I think I said this back in May as well, but nobody hit me up. Anyway, a PSA 9 copy of Raichu goes for about $281, while the PSA 10 reaches about $1,500. So the population of Raichus in PSA 10 is about 212 copies. And once again, I need this fat little rat in my collection. So hit me up if you got a PSA 10 that you are willing to sell. All right. Up next, we have Venusaur here. And a PSA 9 Venusaur goes for a big old sum of $1,600, while the PSA 10 copies go for about $2,600. Now, Venusaur is one of the highest population cards in this set. I think it is the second highest population at 436 PSA 10 examples. But that doesn't stop it from getting the hefty price tag of $2,600. Last card we have is a Zapdos. And a PSA 9 Zapdos goes for about $250, while the PSA 10 copies go for about $560. The reason Zapdos isn't seeing much love as far as values because it is the highest population card in the set at 446 PSA 10 copies. And I think it's all due, like I said, to the holofoil. It's very dark and very easy to get scratched. Not very easy, but you can probably hide some scratches in it and some print lines. Alright, so let's get right to it. What is the grand total of all 16 PSA 10 Unlimited base set holographics? We have a grand total here of $36,209, give or take. That is the grand total of this set. If you have an all in PSA 10, you're looking at over $36,000. That is about 4 times as much as it was back in May. Back in May, we had a little over $9,000 total. Right now, it is well over, and even by the time you watch this video, it's probably going to be well beyond that at about $36,000 for the unlimited variants. Unbelievable. So what do y'all think of this increase? What do y'all think of this year for Pokemon? It is unbelievable how even base set unlimited has increased. Let me know what you think. Please check out my next video coming up. I thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you soon.